We're gonna have a good conversation. All right. Hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girls, Monty, Callie, and Joy. Dr. Joy, pre-PhD.
Pre-PhD Dory.
Yes, Dory, also known as Dory. We are going to talk about what are we doing? Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode whatever, but this title Cabin Fever, so y'all can find it. I'm gonna play our intro and then we'll get into it.
Good head and way, good sex, good chemistry, good life, I fall for these. Good nights and memories. Good. Made mama proud quite while I'm working, so I mastermind and smoke them out. Big old house, big old mouth, big old bag, big old fountain, big ass check in my bank account. Now everybody good, like I said they would be. Everybody good.
Hey, everybody good. Kelly, we can hear you singing the whole time. I don't know why I don't mute you. It mutes me. Anyway.
Right. What is this one?
We're back, y'all. We're back. Housewives of Atlanta. Cabin Fever. So let's start off how we normally do. Let's get some people on. Let's get some people on. We have come on, people, come back. How would you rate this episode? Joy, you want to go first? I got to drink my. I'm not supposed to use a straw, but I'm.
This actually was a different episode, and I would have rated it probably a 7.5, 8, only because I did like how Bravo was showing us some behind the scenes, so we could kind of see the pettiness. My daughter said that's how they. My daughter said that's how they shoot stuff on Zeus. I can't
watch Zeus. I'm not watching that ever.
That's what she said that it reminded her of. She said this episode, that's how they shoot those shows. Yeah. And so you don't get to see the refinement of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
You see all the...
I think I would give it a 6 or 7.
Yeah, I would too. I would give it a 6 or a 7. I did enjoy it. It didn't bore me. I took notes. So I feel like it was worthy of a watch. So it kind of started off as a continuation of the week before, where Marlo sends a car for all the girls. Kenya says she's not gonna come. All the girls text Kenya and tell her to come. Candy knew she was coming. She met her at the elevator. Kenya gets there. Everybody seems happy about it. Then Kenya says she's not staying at the house, and Marlo doesn't like that Kenya's not staying at the house. So Kenya gets there. Did y'all watch the after show?
No, I did. Okay. I just watched it too.
Okay, so Kenya gets there at 9 because Sheree told her to get there by 9, not knowing that Marlo said if she wouldn't get there by 9, she was gonna call the police. I don't know. Anyway. So Kenya gets there at 9. I thought Drew and Kenya's little scene was cute.
Marlo said she wasn't talking about calling the police then. She said she was on the after show. She was saying she was going to call the police if she didn't leave the driveway.
And what was she going to do? That's what I want to know. What would the police do?
Did somebody tell her that now that she has a she's going to get into
it's relaying the information.
I mean, do y'all think somebody told her now that you have a peach, you get some kind of extra powers?
I don't know what's going on with her.
This girl she is off her rocker. And I used to really
lost her mind. Okay, so
she's a hot mess.
I don't like Marlo for this show. I do not think as a peach holder, she was a better friend than a peach holder. But I will say this. I in this particular incident, if I had to choose a side, I would still choose Marlo.
I would not.
And I don't even like her. And it was only because
even the guy who don't even like Kenya, what's his name? I can't think. I
don't think Kenya should have came on. This was a love on Marlo trip.
Went on Wendy's trip because they get paid. Wendy,
no.
They went on Wendy's trip. No, they get paid. They said they weren't even gonna come. They came, and then they stayed at a different location. It can happen.
What are you talking about?
On Potomac. The same thing happened on Potomac that happened on this one. Wendy was kind of mean to them. They said they weren't gonna come. And people called them, wanted them to come, so they came. And then they stayed at a different place. I don't see any difference than what happened on Potomac than what happened with this.
That's not my issue.
She got to get paid. That's why production wanted her there. Y'all know
that's
right?
Not. I hear you, but that's not my issue.
Act like they don't know.
Why was this a Love on Marlo episode? Why were we loving on Marlo?
I'm not.
Because Marlo was. She literally did. Marlo claims this was her own trip that she was throwing because she felt like she needed some love on because of what was going on with her. She actually introduced it like that. She did.
Oh, but
this
she
wasn't an issue. Though, right? This wasn't,
But she didn't pay for this trip.
Right.
Bravo paid for this
I
trip.
didn't say if she did. I don't know how that works. I have heard people say that they pay and production pays some things, but I can only
go. Gosh,
I've heard that.
If she would have paid for that trip, Kenya would not have been. Bravo, they made Kenya go to that trip.
So you have to assume that she was lying and everybody else shook their head because she repeatedly said over and over again, "I paid for this. This was my trip." And everybody else around her,
she planned this. She never said paid. I planned this. She never said paid. Unless I need to go back and watch.
She literally said
she said
paid.
She did not pay
3 times.
If that was the case, then
she did not say plan.
She didn't pay for that.
She did not pay for that trip, Joy. If you believe that she paid for that trip,
and then
go ahead.
I mean, it just to know that she said that she paid for it, it had garnered conversation in groups where people were saying, did she really pay for this? Like there had been a conversation in several groups.
Okay, if y'all believe that, then all right. If y'all, I'm not gonna argue that fact. If people believe that Marlo paid for that, we're gonna say she did. Let's go ahead.
Thank you, Latoya.
Let's go ahead and pay for that.
I'm in these groups.
Okay.
I'm telling
so
you,
she could have paid for her little nephews to go to therapy, so she didn't have to put them out. And that's all I'm gonna say. Because that's ridiculous.
Because we know she's a liar. So
she's lying through the skin of her teeth.
Next.
I ain't saying she is, and now I'm just going back, and nobody.
I think on the after show they said she didn't pay for nothing. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. She did not pay for that trip. So anyway, Kenya walks in. She talks to everybody. She does. She's like, I'm gonna participate. She spoke to Marlo. She said, "Hey." Marlo wanted to hug. She didn't want to hug her. I can get this. Then Marlo's like, "You're gonna have to come talk to me." Why?
That's not how she said it. She said, and she said it in passing. She said, as she was walking, she was like, "Sometime today, can you come talk to me?" And then Kenya didn't say anything. She said, "Did you hear me?" And Kenya said, "Yeah. I did." She said, "Okay." And she left. That was the end of that. And then Kenya didn't. She didn't want to talk to her privately. This is why it was so weird.
I understand that. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to talk to her
act
privately.
like you ain't can't. Either camera's gonna be there or they not. You know, doggone well.
She wanted to
Marlo was trying to regulate.
Don't mean she's literally gonna be in a room.
So I feel like if I don't want to talk, if Giselle and I love her don't want to talk to Wendy privately, she didn't have to talk to Wendy privately. If somebody don't want to talk to somebody privately, they don't have to talk to nobody privately. Kenya's the same person. Y'all have to look at her as any other housewife. Just because you don't like her does not mean that she does not garner the respect. If she don't want to talk to somebody privately, she don't have to.
I just think somebody lied to Marlo. Somebody said, now that you have a peach, when it's your trip time, you running the show. They have to do what you say. Because she was really talking to Kenya like she was the leader of the pack or something. Lady, Kenya don't need to breathe in your direction.
That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why they felt like Marlo ruled this trip. She did not. Like, you cannot make somebody talk to you on one-on-one. She never said, I didn't want to talk to you. She said, we can talk in a group. Mm-hmm. When they did end up talking in that group, I don't know if y'all watched Candy speak on it. Bravo didn't show it, but Marlo talked about Brooklyn like a dog.
Yeah, I was sad to hear
And
that.
I'm happy they didn't show it. They only showed
Mhm.
Kenya's part of it, but I'm happy they didn't show it because Brooklyn didn't need to see that. But you wanted her to bring Brooklyn on in this house with her. No.
What were you saying in
Let
your
me ask
in
you
your
this.
instant
First of
message?
all, Marlo is gutter. But Marlo is gutter. She's trash. I ain't gonna even argue against that. But here's the question: did she talk about Brooklyn before or after she heard that Kenya talked about the boys, her nephew?
It matters.
I
It
can't hear
doesn't
you.
matter. She didn't even talk about the boys. Sonya went back. Let me tell you this. Sonya went. She
Sonya was
taking
dead
up,
wrong.
was taking up for those boys. Please, Jesus, believe me. She did not talk about those boys. She was taking up for those boys like you took them in. They're already going to be in trauma. Candy said it. Sheree said it. The only reason Marlo don't know is because Sanya didn't know and to tell them because they all had talked about it. Sanya went back and told this story the wrong way. She's a runner. She's a freaking track star. She runs and tells this stuff to Marlo that didn't need to be told. If Marlo's trying to heal and this is her week, why go tell her this?
I mean, I agree with. I mean, look, I'm not unarguing that, but that don't matter. Kenya, like always, everything. Why she made Marlo's situation about her like she's some 13-year-old child still stuck there and not a 50-some-year-old woman.
But that's childhood trauma. Marlo still deals with childhood trauma. Portia still deals with childhood trauma. That's why she dates every man.
Make it about me.
All of them do.
Weird. Kenya
they
is
all
weird.
Deal with childhood trauma. Joy, you probably deal with it too.
I did, but I ain't gonna make my friends situation that trauma.
The only thing she says was if she would do it to her nephews, what would she do to me?
That ain't all she said. That's
what else she said? Tell me what she
God.
said. Tell me what she said. That was
That's
bad.
not all she said.
Tell me what she said. No, tell me what she said that was bad then.
Pass
judgment on the situation.
What did she say that was judgmental?
Girl,
okay, so what was bad about that? We passed judgment on it. I passed judgment on it.
And that's fine. But when people do it to you, don't be looking shocked.
She didn't pass judgment on Brooklyn. She talked about her child. That's totally different than passing judgment. Okay. But you was fine with other people talking about other people's kids too with Wanda.
So that's why I was talking about other people. Look, I ain't okay with that. I think all children should have been off. I don't think she should have made that comment about.
She's gonna talk about Candy's child next.
Nobody else.
She's gonna talk about Blaze next. Look, they don't show.
Everybody else had an opinion about Marlo and what she did. I even have an opinion. I even said I thought it was wrong, but I noticed none of the other cast members, other than she shouldn't have did that. It's as far as they went. Kenya sat there and made it about her, and then said, "You add to these kids, try all that," and
they showed it on the show. Candy said as soon as she found out, she said, that's traumatic. I took in my nephew. I would have never gave him back. Sheree, as soon as Marlo said it to her in that store, in her thing, said that was wrong. She shouldn't have never gave those kids back. They said it on the show. The only reason Marlo does not know is because Sanya did not run back and tell her. She's going to find out when she watches the show.
Tanya is about as thirsty as somebody running in the Sahara
Desert.
She's
very thirsty.
Woo, she's thirsty.
Another one she's
thirsty. And Marlo wouldn't even know about it if she wouldn't have ran back and said anything to her.
But like Marlo, in my opinion, I don't even like Marlo. This is a part because I don't even like defending her. Because I just do not think I have said it every single solitary week that we've talked about Atlanta. I do not think this is a good fit for her, period. Because as low as I think that Kenya is, she's actually lower than Kenya. Loyal to me, she's like ground, and Marlo is like gutter. It don't get no lower. So I'm not. I don't even like the feeling that I feel like I'm taking up for her. I feel dirty doing it. But the problem that I have with Kenya is insistent upon making her look bad. And she will go.
Let me make her look bad. Explain
Let me give you an example. Here's an example.
Let her finish the point. Go ahead.
Here's an example. Marlo's house was really robbed. You can literally Google it on, I can't remember the date, so I'm going to make up
one. You can Google her saying it.
No, it was Rob. She
No,
took a picture with the
you can
police
Google
smiling. You gotta
police
go look
report.
at these pictures. She took a picture with the police with her house robbed. She's on the stairs in a Fendi little outfit, holding on to the police, cheesing. She got robbed. She did, but the neighbors knew. Everybody knew. You can tell people you were robbed. I don't care what she said. I don't care what Neo's whoever future baby mama said. You can tell your castmates, your co-workers, your family.
Even if she did or didn't want to, why does all of a sudden, if she decided this is the problem, I could kind of understand if these are people that lived in the same actual
They live
complex.
5 minutes apart. They live 5 minutes away from each other.
That girl lives in condos.
They just said it. They live 5 minutes away. Marlo must have moved.
I don't owe people who live 5 minutes away from me to let them know I got
co-workers. It's not about that.
It's
your just like Dorit told Calvin. Careful live all the way in Pasadena. And Dorit told her when she got robbed.
For you to go online. For you to go online and put a post on Twitter to say that she put her in danger, not calling her and telling her, and Neo's whoever baby mama, it was future baby mama, said that she told
that
you
in the chat. Trying to take the heat off.
We don't know her, Joy. How we just gonna believe somebody we ain't never heard of before?
Because she was like Kenya. She's saying that she was a part of the text chain because she was also
that ain't got nothing to do with Kenya.
Because she was also robbed.
Well,
but it don't matter. I need to see this shit. Marlo ran to the news. She ran to the news.
That's what making that girl feel bad. And I stand on that. And I can't stand that girl.
Marlo really wanted some clout. And y'all falling for Marlo's everything. And that's what's tripping me out. Marlo been having them little boys. Marlo's been having them boys for 3 years. Just now they so bad and they room so dirty that she got to kick them out. Her exact words. She got to kick them out now. But she's on the show. It's a freaking storyline. You gonna kick them out, put them in a 2-bedroom apartment with your sister who got 4 boys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's bad. And that's my opinion. Y'all can think that it's not. My family, my parents have always had to take in some of my cousins and stuff. I'm not going to lie. They lived with us for a long time. They had issues because their families gave them away. We never was like, my parents was never like, we going to kick you out. Ever. No matter what. And they did way more than dirty up a room. Way more.
Right.
And I ain't saying Marlo was right. Because I do think she may be adding on more, but I just can't. Y'all act like Marlo had these kids. These are her sister's kids.
But she took
those
them
are not her children. She
decided
to take on that responsibility. And arguably, we could say unequivocally that Marlo had no idea what she was getting herself into. She's not a mother. She never had teenage boys, and here she is kind of thrust in this situation, and maybe she got overwhelmed. Maybe it got too much for her. I can't really say what her issues are. I don't really care.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest.
Y'all can believe it.
All I'm saying is I could see it being overwhelming. I could see being able to say, I've been a mother for 3 years to children that I did not give her.
And her sister's a mother to 4 kids. That they're not her kids.
She only kept her for 30 days.
That's a long time.
Okay. What's your point?
Girl, she been making them boys and wear them in schools.
I mean, do y'all not hear yourself in real life?
I can't hear myself.
Listen, in real life, there are places that you can call as a parent of children that you gave birth to, and people would keep them over the weekend for you. It's a crisis center for children. So if parents who gave birth, who look in their eyes and instantly fell in love, could be overwhelmed, why is it unfathomable that a woman who took on her sister's responsibility, because it's not hers, could get overwhelmed? I ain't saying that the girl is right.
Who said it's impossible for her to get overwhelmed? What we said is it appears to be done because she's filming. It's a big difference.
That's what I'm saying. It can happen. But and it wasn't even her words. Was like, "Oh, I needed a break." She said, "I kicked the boys out." That's her exact words. I kicked the boys out. Well, you don't word it like that, Joy.
She said, "I needed a break."
You don't word it like that. You don't word it. Those kids go to school. They go to school. They're gonna have to go to school with people knowing that they auntie kicked them out because they had a dirty room. She shouldn't have put that on the show at all then. That should not have been on the damn show. They didn't have to film that. I don't care what nobody say. They didn't have to film that. I'm sure Riley went through all kind of stuff. Candy didn't film that. You don't have to film certain stuff about your kids. She did that for a storyline, and if y'all gonna fall for that, that's fine. But that was embarrassing for those kids. Those are boys who go to school. Those are older kids.
Okay, so look, we can all get overwhelmed with kids, clearly. But I will agree with that part for sure. When she got to showing the hole in the wall and the dirty room and all the food, I thought, you are putting this on national television.
Yes.
These people have already been displaced, in a sense, since their mom is ill. And you're going to go and show the world how a lack of discipline they had? That's not good for them to see. I didn't like that at all. Marlo can leave.
I didn't like it, but y'all can feel sorry for her. I'm gonna move on. If y'all feel like that this is not a storyline. Because I have been overwhelmed. You know what I mean? But
We all have. So I don't think that's even the argument, but okay.
Yeah, I can understand her being overwhelmed with those boys.
2 boys, yeah.
So anyway, so Marlo says that she respects and admires Kenya. Do y'all believe that?
No.
I don't feel so.
I think she's envious of Kenya. Well, no, so yeah, I can see her admiring Kenya. I don't think she respects Kenya.
But how does she show that then?
How does she show that she, what, respects her or not respects
her? Or admires her? Like, what is she doing to, because you can say something to me all day about, I feel this way about you, but what actions are showing this?
Nothing. She's obsessed. I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and say whatever we're going to say, but if we just being honest, Marlo, there's something going on in that girl's mind. She cannot get Kenya out of her system. It's as if she feels she needs Kenya in some way to help her keep her peach or something. She's doing
what Karen does to Giselle. I'm sorry.
Look, Marlo's almost worse. I am so over it. I used to love Marlo, but she's doing way too much this season. Okay.
I'll bust it wide open if I'm married. Why not? With my husband.
What did that say?
Somebody, why was she busted wide open?
Kenya doesn't respect herself. What marriage?
Busted it wide open on national TV. I don't know what that means.
What is that? What did she bust open?
I don't know.
Tori, come on now. Let me see.
But Tori doesn't like Kenya either. And I feel like people who don't like Kenya don't care if Kenya gets hurt. And that's what they don't. They don't care, because if it happened to people that they like, they would die. And there's something like, and when they talk about the childhood trauma, all of them have Marlo's. To me, her trauma is people not paying her attention, and the fact that Kenya is not paying her attention and giving her what she deserves, she's acting out. You know what I mean? I feel like Portia, because she didn't have her daddy, she's trying to find love. Like, all of them have this trauma that they're going through. And so when Kenya expresses her trauma to Sanya goes and runs to Marlo and don't even tell her what all happened. And then all this happened. I don't feel like if Sanya went and told Marlo that, I don't think any of this would have happened.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Kenya has ex-husband trauma on. Really? What has she said that reminded her of Mark?
She said the way Marlo kind of.
But she said every episode something. So
I don't know about every episode.
Thank you, Tori. That girl is the constant victim. Every week, like
Marlo
she has decided to relate
you're right,
Marlo's nephew's trauma to her own when she was 13.
So you don't see how that correlates.
Find a way to be the victim. She might as well just get a beat.
You're talking about Marlo, right?
How was that being a victim telling your story? Okay, wait a minute. How? Because you went through something that was similar. Because this what Sutton does too, and maybe y'all don't like it, and Cal does it too. Because she's like, I had an eating disorder, so I understand why Dana has an eating disorder. How is when someone relates what they went through in their lives, are they being a victim?
Because you now have turned the focus of the story from them to you. It's just
so you can't say this.
You can relate to somebody and say, somebody's expressing you they had an eating disorder. You could say, girl, unfortunately, I've been there. What's your story? When you just want to listen and somebody decides to tell you what's going on with them, if you can 100% relate, at the very least you could do is sit down and listen to what they have to say. You don't then hijack the story and then make it about you. In every situation, I'm telling you, it's a constant thing with Kenya. Kenya makes herself the victim. It's a running thing with her. It's a running thing.
The only victim on the show this season is Marlo.
Marlo cried because people would pay attention to her.
Yeah,
oh, she's definitely a victim. But see, here's the difference between me and you all. I can admit that. I ain't taking up what Marlo is.
Yeah, you
the
are.
worst thing that could have happened.
She doesn't like Kenya.
This franchise.
That's what it is.
I've been saying that even before we saw an episode.
Right,
I'm not seeing Marlo. She's not appropriate for this. Marlo is a person that's playing dress up.
If
it
you're
is
going to
nothing
sit here and
about
say
her
Kenya
that feels clean.
Victim every week instead of Marlo, well, you are a fan of Marlo's because that girl is crying every week because Kenya don't pay her dust.
Kenya's been trying to not even be in her presence.
Y'all crazy.
Not being in her presence wouldn't have I wouldn't have went. Ain't no way.
I'm gonna get paid. Ain't no bitch stopping my check. There's people at my job I don't like and I go all the time. So you ain't gonna tell me that I'm not gonna make $500,000 and not show up.
And you don't think they would have shown her even for 2 minutes playing with Brooklyn?
We don't know what they would have shown. They wanted her there, Joy. They wanted her there.
Regardless if she was
wanted her
in the episode of the whole thing.
That's why they stayed in that driveway for 2 hours. You want to know why? They wanted Kenya there. Do you understand that? That's why they stayed in that driveway for 2 hours.
They must have been real fake and phony, honey, because while they're all saying they texting her, she claimed to come, they're all saying, well, if this is going to be a problem, maybe you should stay at home. Candy said it.
Candy said a totally different thing.
Drew said it.
Someone that said that.
Sheree said it.
And they changed their mind.
Kenya walked in the room. She changed the temperature. You can admit that or you can't.
Marlo changed the temperature by trying to force her to talk to her.
Kenya came in the room, bubbly.
Everybody was happy to see Kenya. That's what
I'm trying to force her to talk to her was utterly ridiculous. I agree with that. Her running around the house was utterly ridiculous.
Oh my God.
So when Drew saw Kenya, she didn't get excited. Yes or no? I'm just trying to figure out when the temperature changed. When Drew saw Kenya, did she say, "Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here"? Did she do it? Say it or not? I'm just want to know. Saying you was like, "I'm happy here." Did she say it or not?
Said that the first night when Kenya showed up at the dinner, all of them said,
when she said, "Oh, Kenya's here, I need to go see her." Did she say that or not?
Hey, I would stay somewhere else so we can start all over again in the morning. Kenya changed the temperature. All of them were having fun.
Joy, when she answer my question, when she walked into the restaurant, everybody not happy to see her.
Latoria, would you break this up, please?
I just want to know.
Latoria said a couple weeks ago. Latoria said, "Don't fall into Lynn's spell." Now, Latoria, tell the world, don't fall into Joy's spell.
Thank you, Sandy. And Sandy said they both toxic, but Marlo became antagonistic when she saw Kenya. Marlo changed the temperature.
Okay.
Marlo, everybody was happy.
For calling
when Kenya first came in, y'all talking about that room. I'm talking about the restaurant. Marlo was trying to be, she got to try hard because she evil underneath. But when Marlo was talking to Kenya, she was saying things like, well, I'm glad that you're here. Because when she came, she said, I really am glad that you're here. But she was like, something about you coming back to the house. She said, well, I'm not coming to the house. She said, well, if you're not coming to the house, then I don't want you in this group.
Like
that's what argument came. Kenya came in with an antagonistic situation.
Kenya came in bubbly and happy.
He was dancing.
Kenya was
not bubbly and happy. You can't even come in to the host. Even Bravo, when she said you ain't even speak to her, she said I did speak to her. Marlo, they did the thing, and she said, "Hey." She said, "Hey, everybody."
And Marlo said,
"Were you saying that didn't happen?"
She said, "I love the house. I think I would have my
Girl.
family here.
Y'all doing too much. Yeah.
What the hell?
Joy.
That is hilarious.
I am drained. That's so much.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, because Kenya came in so happy.
I was like, I love her mother.
She even looked at Marlo. Hi.
Kenya don't even know how to be happy. Neither
Y'all
one
don't
of
want
those
her to be
women.
happy. That's
Neither
the part
one of
about it.
those women. Both of them
Y'all don't want her
are
to be happy.
13-year-old girls that
Which
need
one
to
of them
heal.
are walking around their own trip sad and mad?
Who
Marlo.
cried?
Not Kenya.
Kenya
Not
didn't
Kenya.
cry. Even when Marlo talked about her daughter, Kenya didn't break down and say
Thank you.
cry. She still went on the dang on thing and still had fun minding, as Marlo said,
So
those
your
gems.
point, right? Your point holds no weight whatsoever. Kenya was a happy chick on this trip. Marlo was
Kenya
the
don't
only
even
one
know
that
how
brought
to
her
be
own.
happy.
Why do
Yes,
they
she
want
does. Yes,
Kenya
she does.
around if she don't know how to be
Yes,
happy?
she does.
Everybody is happy when she walks in that room. They want her to stay at the house. If you don't like her, why they all begging her to stay at the house? I don't understand how people feel one way. If I don't like you, I promise you I ain't begging you to stay at my house.
First of all, ain't nobody said that but Kenya. All I
They
know
all
is
said on the after show.
when they did the all I know is when they
You
did
didn't
their
watch the after
confessionals, every last one of them said that they wish Kenya either stay somewhere else or hadn't a cave if it was gonna be like this. That's what I know.
And why did they say that? If it was gonna be like this, because Marlo cannot
Marlo-
hold her shit when Kenya's in the room. Marlo loses her mind. She cannot
loses her
handle Kenya
mind.
more. She can't handle Kenya more. Yeah,
I don't think you watched the after show, and y'all didn't watch What Happened
I
Live.
watched
There's
both
no
of
way
them.
y'all watched What
I
Happened
actually
Live on
watched
the
both.
after
I
show.
just watched them like 20 minutes before we got
And Sheree even said, I told her to be there by 9. She said I was texting her. We was all texting her. I told her to be there by 9. Sheree said that.
And she was
If
there
you
by
needed
9.
validation. She
Bubbly,
said, yes, we were all texting her.
sunshiny, happy. The only one that was pissy.
I mean, that was when she was actually in another cabin.
Gonna cancel the trip early and send people home because Kenya don't want to talk to her.
And I
Well,
thought
let me tell y'all why they said what really happened.
Would have cussed
This is what really happened.
From here to there.
I think that
I wouldn't have left.
This is what really happened.
Marlo found out she didn't have no power.
Fatum stole Drew's purse and was looking in it. Drew got mad. Production had to stop the stuff and try to make everything okay. Then that's why they were okay with this trip ending. Y'all need to watch Candy speak on it. You would know about him talking about Brooklyn.
Well, I heard that that girl also took Drew's purse.
Yeah,
I heard that girl took Drew's purse.
That's what really kind of.
That's what stopped it. That's actually what stopped
it. Wasn't Marlo really.
Yeah, it wasn't even about her. It was about that girl, Sheree's friend, took Drew's purse and was going through her purse.
And are they going to show Drew whooping her butt?
They didn't show a lot of stuff.
They didn't show a lot of stuff that probably would have made it way more interesting. But they didn't. That's what happens if the girl took her purse.
Yes.
And production stopped and Drew was ready to leave.
Yes.
Because she was just like this. And I will agree with this because I don't like that sneak stuff. When you bringing other people in to really be your lap dog. It was one thing if you just don't get along with somebody. It's another thing to be doing getting a PI to find out information and bring it to the table. That's crazy to me.
That's so Marlo didn't pay for the trip.
Oh my God, I meant to send you this picture. Let me see if
I love it. And Fatum said this Speak on it. She admitted. She said, I took it too far and I cannot film anymore if Drew's there. And Fatum was like, I don't even know Marlo and Kenya's issue. She said, but what she said about Brooklyn was so disgusting. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that is sad. But she's gonna talk about Blaze too. I don't know if they're gonna show it. If I was Candy,
we heard what she says about Blaze.
But if I was Candy, I wouldn't want them to show it.
Nobody knows what she allegedly said about Brooklyn. She probably didn't say nothing.
So Fatum is lying.
Oh my God, she said she probably didn't say nothing.
Joy. So why is Candy lying?
Why is no? We know what she said about Candy's daughter.
So Fatum and Candy are lying when Candy said
we don't know. Because ain't nobody said nothing. We know about we know exactly what she said about Candy's daughter.
But Kenya probably doesn't want Brooklyn to hear that. I wouldn't. Just like Portia didn't want the Black Lives Matter fight to happen. We didn't see it, but we know it happened.
Monty, right? I just sent you a picture. Drop it like Drew should add. Drop it like Drew Doggy Bones. Look at that picture I just sent you.
So, okay, why would Marlo want Kenya to stay at her house when she kicked her nephews out? Imagine being on TV begging for your Emmy to stay at a vacation home after you kicked your nephews out.
Right.
I don't know how people falling for this Marlo stuff.
And then you brag about kicking your nephews.
They all said that she went so low about Brooklyn. And when Kenya was on, what's that with Claudia, Vivian, all them, she said so many bad things about my child. And they said, what did she say about the baby? She said, I'll tell you offline. I cannot let people hear what she said about my child. Are you talking about the Queen's cocktails?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it though, for real.
Oh yeah, they all got issues. That's why they on these shows. They all got some type of issue.
Marlo is, I mean, she gutter. To me, that's why she shouldn't have been on the show. She's gutter. You know she going there. It ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
So you really thought I wouldn't think she would go after Brooklyn because she always says, "Well, I love Brooklyn." She says,
when Marlo gets angry, all she sees is red. She sees an enemy in front of her, and she feels like she has to annihilate you. But for the very thing that I can't stand Marlo, I'm telling you, it's the exact same reason why I don't like Kenya. Because Kenya is the same way. Kenya may have different parameters. Kenya may not go as low as her.
Oh, damn it.
Then that makes her not the same way.
I cussed. I'm sorry. Let me get off it.
It's down there.
Marlo and Kenya will never be on the same page ever. It won't happen, especially after she called her out about her mom relationship. That she should Marlo should stop trying.
They're two peas in a pod. That's how I see them.
So what has Kenya said so bad about Marlo? That's
nothing the same.
What did she say so bad about Marlo? That's even
nothing the same about them.
I want to know what she said.
Y'all are cracking me up. It ain't even funny. Ain't nothing the same. Nothing.
She didn't say nothing. What is this? Huh? This is cute. Did you make that?
Drop it like Drew Doggy Bones. I loved it when she threw that doggy bone out.
She made bones. Okay, I'm gonna show them.
Yeah, she threw out the doggy bones. I thought that was so cute.
Okay, did you really think that was cute? Because she had to bring those doggy bones from her.
I know everybody else was saying, of course, that was playing.
I think she don't have a dog.
Everybody thought
she don't have a dog.
It made me laugh. I appreciated the way she laughed. Girl, I loved it. I like her so much.
So that means that she planned this. Then y'all know this.
Yeah. Okay. I was like playing away.
Sure.
Look, and next month is National Doggy Month. I'm thinking Drew's manager needs to call and see if they can work out a little deal. Get some drop it with Drew bones. She ain't dropping no weight. You might as well drop some bones.
No, you. Why is it not letting me upload these pictures, Callie?
Probably because they're illegal. It's all right.
That's all right. I'm gonna keep trying.
It's all right.
What else do I have, honey? Okay, so I have another thing. Since let's get off of Kenya and Marlo. Sheree broke her foot. Yes or no?
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Did she have a boot on her foot?
When? At the trip?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
She talked about trying on this shoe. Her toe went left. Do y'all not remember this?
Look.
Yeah, I do.
So how was she jumping on that trampoline with no boot on? I just want to know.
Oh.
Am I the only person that knows it?
Yes, because I didn't notice that.
Y'all not noticing this kind of stuff.
Did
anybody else notice?
About Sheree and Martell?
Sheree had on a boot. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Sheree had a boot on at the trip.
Did Martell hurt her foot?
So how was she jumping on the trampoline? This did not affect anything, and she didn't have the boot on either.
I don't know.
And then this is another reason why Marlo, she's like, I done jumped on the trampoline, so now Kenya can go on a trip with us. No, production said Kenya going on a trip.
Thank you. She ain't got no say so in it at all.
Production said, I'm sorry, I'm trying to load these pictures and it won't let me.
No, don't worry about it. It's just silly. Drop it with Drew Doggy Bones.
We'll try it later.
Next month is a National Doggy.
So y'all want to talk? Go ahead and talk about Sheree and
Martell.
Yeah, she wasn't supposed to be in that trampoline. I didn't think so either.
Do any of you guys subscribe to Tasha K Live? Well, I signed up just so I could hear the Martell story. It's $12 a month. I need to go.
What is it? Does it cost to sign up for her stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it on?
TashaKLive.go or fun or something.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. It's $12 a month.
I guess she got to figure out a way to make some money.
My God, and people are paying $12 a month.
Oh my God, her call was packed. I'm canceling mine. Her story was too short. I knew she was going to talk about Martell. She called Martell on the phone and got to talking about it. And Martell told her he was just in town doing a pool, helping her get a pool installed in her backyard.
So Martell really was on the phone. She didn't make it up.
No, we didn't hear that.
Oh, okay.
This is just what she said to us, that Martell told her, that he was just there helping with the pool.
Okay.
And I want my $12 back.
So but Martell lied then, right?
$2 a month. Y'all pay $2 a month.
No, 12.
Girl, that's Netflix.
$12 a month. How often does she come on?
It's called Fuckery with PH.
I got you. Okay.
Fuckery Fridays.
So she comes on once a week.
Well, she's on more, but Fridays is the only one that I signed up for. I don't know if I have to pay more to do other stuff or not. So
Martell said, well, according to Tasha, Martell said that he's not with Sheree.
Get over it. There's nothing going on. They're just helping with the pool.
Oh, Joy sent that picture. Let me see if I can get it.
That was before that comment that Sheree, when she was walking with the TMZ interview.
Oh, yeah. That was before that. Yeah.
So y'all will talk about that real quick.
So so apparently he lied to Tasha. Okay, but
was he really on the phone with Tasha? That's what I want to know.
We didn't hear their call, so just according to her. I mean, I don't have a problem with Sheree. Where's Sandy? Is Sandy on here? Sheree, Sandy said she was getting tickled. Martell is a good one. So in this picture, y'all, that's Drew. She can't drop the pounds like she supposed to, so maybe she could drop some bones.
So are those real or no?
Yeah, those are real bones.
Okay, Drew, I'm mad at you.
You can buy them in the pack, but they don't say Drew on them. I'm saying
so this is
call her manager.
What is this? The Shade Room. So Sheree, there's a video of them. They're hugged up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he touches her on her bottom and all that. In my opinion, that's what I saw. And then she says they're just kicking and she's having fun.
Yeah. And he's met several of her family and friends, and she confirms that they are dating. They're just having fun. Now, okay. I mean,
so then Carlos says coming up on the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville in September, spring, summer. He ain't right. What do y'all think about this relationship?
Well, I don't see anything long term in it, but yeah, have yourself some fun. Because Tyrone clearly couldn't. After 8 years, you would have think he would have been.
Who is this? Latoria. That's me. Joy gonna get you. Y'all ain't gonna be Team Joy and Tori after this.
Latoria, I thought the same thing though. I mean, because she obviously liked families with a criminal past. Those are the bad guys we love. It is what it is.
So. But okay, I feel like Mel would like Sheree. What do y'all think?
Well, they were friends before. I don't know.
I saw that.
Where do you cross that line at?
Are they friends or did they meet? And they took
the I say, where is that line? I don't know what. That's what I was just about.
Would you be mad if one of your associates dated your ex-husband? Which should you care?
I don't even think it was an associate. I think that there are people that you meet because you're in the industry and you have some common people, but that don't mean that you were friends or that they owe you anything. I don't think that they were friends. They may not have even had a conversation, and he's divorced.
Did they misbehaving? Yeah. So, but if
misbehaving, who said this? Who said that? Come on, y'all, we gotta do it. Who said that? Come on, Joy. Who said that? Who said that?
What happened?
Guilty person sitting right there.
They said Martell packing like Bolo.
Oh.
Who said that? You didn't do the Portia. Y'all ain't doing right.
Who said that?
Who said that? At this point, Sheree wants it to be tickled. Martell is very good at tickling.
I just read a comment where she put that.
You may as well stock up your O's. She don't need the shot while you can. As long as certain you cannot have any babies.
I say go for it. I mean, I don't see they won't be long term in this. Come on.
I don't see Sheree wanting those.
And what's crazy is usually men that cheat on. See, Sheree is, in my opinion, way more mature.
He can only.
He would.
That girl's nasty. That girl's nasty.
Find himself in the best. She think what
Be good, Tori.
Bye, Tori. Yeah.
So, what were you saying about Sheree? You feel like this is what Martell wants or no? Joy, what were you saying?
I think that probably an older woman would probably be better for him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Men treat women how they kind of allow them to be treated.
Yeah.
I don't know what Sheree would demand.
We're going to have to start checking for these.
I just tend to think that there are men. I think, in my opinion, y'all might not like this, but Ariane and Melanie are similar on maturity level. I think Melanie has her stuff together business wise, and she knows how to turn it off. But Melanie is very immature.
No. You and I think about watching this girl live.
I was like, or is there something you can specifically?
What I mean by that, let me be more specific. In my opinion, any woman that thinks that you're going to put out your personal information with your mate on the internet is extremely immature.
Any man who thinks he can go take his penis outside of the home,
my opinion.
It's not going to be a good man to any woman. Then that's my opinion.
Yeah. So Montika's true. Nothing else other than that really matters.
Oh God, we gonna say. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that Martell. I don't think he would stick. I don't know. He might stay with her. Sheree.
No.
Okay, I'm not. I like Sheree, so I'm not.
I like Sheree. I like Martell when he ain't cheating, which I guess that means I don't like.
But she don't demand much sitting outside in the cold. Once you sit outside in the cold waiting on a felon love after lockup, you can only go up.
I just gotta say, I just don't think that I don't think he could mentally stimulate her. Now,
I don't know.
I just don't see them being able to sit down and have a real conversation about anything that doesn't include bedroom tactics. I don't know. I just don't see Martell have lots of problems, and he is.
I mean, it's good. It's nice looking as Sheree is. She doesn't give me overly sexual vibes.
You don't think so?
Not at all. I mean,
not at all.
And
she doesn't. I mean, she takes care of herself. She is a good looking woman. She's a woman of a certain age, but she doesn't give me that. But that doesn't necessarily mean
she's not Prissy Annie. She's just.
I guess. Let me just say it like this: Martell needs a woman that he can respect.
Yes,
I do think it's possible.
Do you think he can respect the love after lockup woman?
I think he can respect Sheree. I don't know. This is just possible. I think it's a possibility. I can see why. This is my opinion. Why he doesn't respect Ariane and why he doesn't respect Melanie.
Okay, we got to stop right there.
How they handle.
But Sheree's better than both of them. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you an example of why I think so. We knew Sheree for 6, 7, 8, possibly 8 seasons before we really knew what was going on between her and Bob.
Because it was embarrassing, and she wanted to put up a facade like everything was perfect. That's my point. That's not a true.
I know that's not important to you, but
that's
for a lot
of
men,
person though, you're not true to yourself. You gonna put up
all I'm saying is I don't post a lot of people that
my life ain't perfect. Everybody who posts all this perfect crap
I know you don't
about their lives and everything's perfect and everything's hunky dory. They're the fakest people in the world.
It's not about it being everything hunky dory. Whatever it is, I ain't gonna put it out on the internet.
You don't need to be on reality TV.
The whole world won't know until I'm ready for you to know.
But you're just gonna show the bright shine stuff, and then when your world crashes, everybody's like, "You about to have a mental breakdown."
They're not like that. They
Phaedra to be your lawyer.
And men, a lot of men don't want to be bothered with no woman like that. There's a whole lot of men don't want to be bothered with no woman like that. I wouldn't want to be bothered with no man like that.
But she gonna
So
go on there
yes,
on Love It.
I
But
do.
she gonna
He
go on
needs a
Love It.
woman that he can respect,
So
and
she
I
gonna
can
do
see
Love
why a
After
man
Lockup.
don't respect a woman like those two women that he was
He gonna
involved
go
with.
on, but he gonna respect
The
Love After
mother
Lockup
of
woman.
their children.
It
The
don't
mother,
matter. The
it
mother of
should
her
matter,
children will
Joy.
set
It
him out.
should
Any woman
matter.
that will set her
It
man
should
out,
matter.
I
should.
understand. I ain't gonna say she ain't worth respect. I'm just saying I
child.
understand.
So you think
ain't
this
that the same
lady,
thing?
this lady who sit outside in the cold in the fur, waiting on a criminal,
Who's right
shows
across
more
the state
respect,
line?
that she deserves more respect than a woman who held her husband down, built all these businesses, had
She
4
ain't
of his
held
babies.
nothing down.
Who hasn't? Who?
Oh, child.
Oh, that's the joke part of the show. Got it.
Oh, I just Joy loves protecting these vulnerable, helpless men. I
That's
don't
what
know.
it is.
That right there. If you think Sheree is more top tier than Mel,
I didn't say
if you
that.
think that
I
Mel,
said I don't
yes,
I
you
don't
pretty
know.
much,
Down.
I actually
that's
didn't
pretty
say
much what
that.
you're saying.
No, it ain't no pretty much.
You're
can't put
saying that
words
she
in my mouth.
deserves respect, and Mel.
I said I understand why a man would
Like
not
Martell.
respect a woman that thinks it's okay to put their business on the internet.
But what about a man who doesn't respect his family?
Thank you.
I'm not arguing. You're talking.
What are you
You're
talking? You gotta
about.
get.
We're
You gotta
talking
get
about
respect to
women.
get respect.
Okay, you're right.
I know. I am. Thank you. Because that point
Okay.
I am. You got to earn respect to get
Sandy.
respect.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Sandy. Wait a
wanted
minute,
to
Sandy. Wait a minute, where you at? Let me see. Sandy, you said she just need to be tickled.
Ain't nothing wrong with being tickled. I pray that's all she wants
when
me.
I first read that.
That's reality. As long as she doesn't have any babies, she's a plus. First of all, she knows how to conduct herself on screen and off screen. That's something that
But she
Ariana
did pull
is a
Kim's
little
wig. Little shift.
Sheree has had some questionable moments, but y'all go ahead. Y'all act like she's just this.
Well, that's because she picks lousy men. Okay, you can't dig in the garbage, dress them up, and think they're going to be a prince. It doesn't work like that. Okay, she's always digging in the garbage. Okay, at least Martell, he's attractive. He's good eye candy. So is she. She has her own home. She just makes stupid choices when it comes to her love life. Somebody else could pick a suitor for her because she likes what Martell is offering. He's tickling ladies left and right, and obviously he's pretty good. So why not? Let's go for the gusto. Yeah, he could be her boy toy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think she would be a plus for the show. It would be a perfect fit. Plus, there's no animosity between Sheree and Mel. They know each
Not
other,
that
but
we know of.
No, they don't really know. I believe that was a photo op. So it doesn't, the connotation of the relationship ought not to make Mel feel any kind of way about that, because that ship is sailed.
Yeah, she don't want
Sheree is only going to use him for a boy toy. That's entertainment. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, she wasn't getting none with Tyrone, and she said the sex was dead. Okay. Martell's ears perked up, say, I got this.
So she can't come on the show until Atlanta stops filming.
But I think, why not? Because of contract, you guys?
Well, is it possible for them to swap her out?
I think that you can get
permission on another
from somebody else's. I think you can get permission.
Yeah, I think she can get permission. Now, I don't know if Bravo would, because it's a Carlos thing. But I mean, Carlos was just unreasonably. But we just unreasonably shady, so. And they talking about those.
We didn't see like Tiny pop into Atlanta. She had a show. We didn't see. We didn't see Love and Hip Hop. Somebody could be throwing something, and we see people from other friends.
Yeah,
other reality shows. It's quite possible that they can pop in, or however they figure that thing out, or he can pop in and blur his face. I don't know.
It just depends on
But
how
it would only be beneficial for both shows, in my opinion, to allow them to film together.
I agree with that.
Just to kind of put it in perspective, up until recently, Housewives, their numbers ain't that far apart. It would only be beneficial.
But where Huntsville would be concerned, Sheree would be a plus because there's a lot of tagging now, and
I agree with that. It would even be better for Huntsville.
So they got to put something in that place, and obviously Marceau and Tisha Scott, they ain't blowing no smoke, so they got to find something else to. And I believe Sheree would be the ticket to move them up a notch. What do y'all think?
I don't know if Bravo needs Huntsville. I agree with that. I do feel like that if Sheree went on that show, it may help Huntsville more than it'll help Housewives.
Right.
But I don't think Andy with Carlos and Andy, I don't know what the relationship is like. I know that Carlos was just unreasonably shady with Giselle and Robin. They talked about shows. They talked about how Ashley's going to surprise us. You have to listen to it. It was a very good. They said Karen's a different Karen. And it seems like it's going to be a really good season. So they talked about a little stuff. So if they're able to talk about Bravo shows with Carlos, then maybe they will do a crossover. But I'm not sure. I know Carlos only talks about Bravo shows right now. I don't know why.
And you know, I hope I'm wrong, but I can't see Martell and Sheree holding a conversation. I can just see them having fun, playing, and being tickled. I can't see anything more than that. That would.
Well, that's all the show. Okay, the love interest
all day.
Because they got chemistry. Okay, whether you like it or not, when you see the film of those two together. That's magic, okay? Just like the kind of knew or automatically Mel was the ticket for the show. You guys get the same kind of vibe when I see those two, okay?
What two? Sheree and Martell?
Yes, okay. If you go on YouTube, you will see some of the videos of the two, and they look like they in love, but that we know that's lust. But what I'm simply saying, the look is a great look. For
they
TV.
look good as a couple.
Yeah, and they look like they serious, but we know that she better not get serious with him. Okay, he's for fun.
She wasn't up on him. Right, thank you. Because I don't see chemistry in their body language or anything, especially when they were on the beach when they were doing the selfie or whatever, and he kind of put her in front of him. I thought he was like pushing his auntie. I didn't feel any. I didn't think his hand was gonna go. I just got nothing from that. But you know,
did you get anything from it, Joy? I didn't really pay attention.
What?
Then do you see chemistry between Sheree and Martell?
I ain't never seen them together. I mean,
you in that video you watched when he pulled her.
I can't judge that. I can't.
I didn't see. That. I couldn't either.
Chemistry is because all they were doing was taking pictures. But I will say it's something he did do that made it seem more than just like a fan, and that was put his hands on the small of her back more than once.
And he kind of did pay attention. Sandy, for some reason you echoing, Mama.
And
I did
that I'm talking about too. When he did,
I did pay attention to that, but chemistry. And if you kind of looked at him before, he was definitely like that with Melanie. They had really good chemistry together because when you looked at them before they said anything, you kind of felt that this was a couple. This was a man that adored his wife. Carlos King said the same thing. He said that this was he.
And look what he
did. Martell probably does a really good job of making you feel like you're the only woman in the room. So
and I think Sheree knows better. I don't think Sheree feel it.
But I would have to see them at least in something for me to really feel that, because they were just kind of really taking a picture. That's all they were doing. He was kind of walking back and kind of leaning back and taking a picture.
So does anybody think this is a publicity stunt?
No.
Okay.
Because neither one of them needed it.
They don't need it.
Yeah, neither one of them need it. I could kind of understand if they were two
It's
people
it.
that were on the outs in some kind of
Mhm.
way. That's not them.
Okay.
Although Sheree might be. Sheree to me has never been interesting TV.
I
She
feel like
just
Sheree
hasn't.
is more of a flip flopper than Cynthia ever has been. I mean,
Mm.
I I don't like how she's moving within this group either. So I don't know. But y'all, we've been on here for almost an hour. We said we're gonna do more than an hour. So is there anything else that we want to say before we get off?
I did like that interview. I like that Carlos King was talking about, and it's so interesting that he's a producer and he says some of the similar things that you and I, well, all of us have said
Yeah.
on this show about how things look inauthentic and that the viewers can pick it up. That's the
Mhm.
reason why Dubai isn't doing well, because he
Yeah.
said something like, it seems like they studied. I People come into this with an agenda now.
Mhm.
That's the reason why I ain't feeling her at all.
Oh,
Sanya came in here with an agenda. I ain't never seen a more thirsty housewife
and they
than
said she
I've
got
seen
2
of
years.
Sanya.
They said
But
she got a 2-year contract, Joy.
No.
Like Drew did. Mhm.
And Drew seems like a con artist. I
Okay.
like her. I actually like her, but she does seem like her and her husband came in this with
I
an
feel like
agenda.
that too.
Yeah, they don't. It's something about them that just don't feel
Okay.
right when you watch it. This cast is weird to me. When I tell you that it's just bad, I'm only watching it because
I
I'm
love
kind of trying to stay loyal to the how I don't really like for real. None I could They could literally push erase and start all over and I'll be okay.
So
And
you
you
don't
have
like
to have,
Dubai at all? Have you watched
oh
it?
my God, it's so bad.
I like
It's
Dubai. Okay,
so
maybe I'm
bad.
boring. I
It's
like it.
so bad.
I like Dubai.
I
It's
like
horrible.
Beverly Hills.
Horrible.
I think Beverly Hills and Jersey is far more authentic than any of them.
You think
Any
so?
of them are. Mhm.
I feel like
And
Beverly Hills, they kind of fake too. They getting better though.
Well, the reason I like it is because they're showing, I know it's fake, but
Yeah.
you got a person like Garcelle in the corner that's rolling her eyes,
Yeah.
and that counters it. When you
Mm-hmm.
don't have people that counter your fakeness, it's a problem. What's her name? The fact that we're hearing, you may not like, what's her name? The girl with the couture dresses. What's her name?
Dorit?
No, the one that's strange, the Southern girl.
Sutton.
Yeah,
I like
Sutton.
Sutton, but y'all
I
don't.
mean, I kind of like her, but she's quirky.
Yeah.
But her against Diana, that dynamic, and the fact that you're hearing people's real thoughts in real time, it helps. Or the fact that they were talking about Crystal, and we got the background that there's 14 friends dropped you, and all of them heard the story, and nobody talking about it.
Said a word.
Or
Yeah.
the fact that you got somebody like Sutton that when Diana come for you, she said, "I got your number." She said, "I know you do." 867 7900. Basically, call that girl a call girl.
She did.
So yes, they have the formula. I don't think this is fake. I don't think that is fake.
Now that's not fake.
I don't
know,
think
but
it's
they
fake.
kind of made up.
I don't even think it's fake that Erica's drinking too much. And look, I don't even like Erica, but I like drunk Erica.
Are we gonna do Beverly Hills Thursday because Erica got
let's do it Thursday. Beverly Hills,
she got another lawsuit coming at her way. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, and so, but did Tom get the same lawsuit?
I don't know. I didn't even read about it, Callie. I don't even know what it's for. Do you know what it's for?
And then forgot all. Yeah, well, not specifically, but it has
okay. I didn't look into it
with that law firm. The law firm that she.
It's okay. I really ain't looking into it because I don't know if she can be charged. So I feel like it's a waste of time. They can keep trying, maybe.
Please.
But
yeah, I agree, Hallie. All your comments with most of them. Atlanta really they can hit delete and start all over again. I think that they need to give all new girls. Like I would have liked to even see Manetta. Manetta would be new. We need some new blood.
She would be
These,
cool.
I'm tired of these stupid old beasts. And one of the things that I would like for these girls to do is to try to get to know each other before they start arguing. Whoever told them it's a good idea that we need drama immediately,
Oh my God.
because it seemed like they just be making it up. Somebody put a battery in their back. We need to see episodes where everybody's having fun. You're getting to know one another. You're forming. You don't even know whose side.
Sanya and Drew started like immediately arguing, and I'm like, Sanya, you are so new. Like you didn't even try to get to know everybody, and it's like she just, I don't know what she's trying to do.
I think Sonya takes sides. She's a person of a flip flop or whoever she's talking to. She doesn't take a side and stick to it.
Yeah,
she will go on whoever airs she happened to be talking to.
I agree. I agree with that 100% because Drew thought her and Sanya were friends. You know, Sanya caught her crying when she had that auto accident.
Yeah,
hey, come save me,
and went to her. And
it went to her.
She stopped shopping.
The next episode, I didn't like the way you came at old girl. Okay.
Yeah,
she's doing too much.
They say that Atlanta's gonna be really good these next episodes, but I think it's gonna be mostly Marlo fighting with people.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't like. I mean, she's not. I can't say this enough times in enough ways. That girl should not be on this franchise. And Nene, I think somebody.
Did Nene not want her on there?
No.
I think years ago she did.
Okay.
Because there was an argument at a reunion about her. And because I don't know if you remember, they wouldn't even film with Marlo. That Nene was bringing her around and they was refusing to film with her. That was an argument at a reunion about that.
I think they could do Kenya and Portia.
They refused. They refused to film with Marlo. This is before Marlo and Nene fell out the first time. Because so what happened was Marlo was brought on by Phaedra. Phaedra actually brought
Marlo. The one that I would love to see come back. Phaedra.
They actually brought her on because
that's the only episode of Dubai I ever watched.
Nene said Marlo would be a bad housewife. Well, Nene was right.
And she was right. And
Nene was right.
See, I can't remember. Somebody tweeted, and I can't remember. I thought I saw that too. They're gonna be. She's gonna be the demise of this show, and it's true.
Did y'all watch What Happens Live when somebody asked Candy about the tax bracket comment, and she was like, "In the past I did, but Todd's tax bracket is nice." And then Andy asked Todd, like, "What do you think about Marlo saying all these things about you?" And he said, I try not to even do anything. She's just like my little sis. And Candy said, why do you say that? Like, Candy was mad. Like, why are you forgiving her?
She said she made that clear a couple times, too.
Yeah, she said Todd has done so much for Marlo. Tried to get Marlo shows, because Marlo had a show with Todd, and she turned it down. And Todd and Marlo is dogging Todd. Like, she doesn't even care about the people who try to help her.
Was that show with Todd? I thought it was with
Candy and Todd got her show about something.
They were in together. Okay,
yeah.
I remember it.
Did they could not sell it or something? Did it actually air?
He turned it down.
Marlo turned it down.
Housewives. I think she would rather be on this show. Portia will be back. I think Portia's going to be back. I think Phaedra might be back. So Candy.
Oh, I love her. Phaedra has energy.
I don't think Phaedra's coming back. In the interview, she said she would never go back to Housewives. It was too
really.
If the money was right, I think she would go back. Now, I do think she did see a different thing, Ultimate's Girl Trip, which we're going to do that also Thursday.
She said she enjoyed that.
Because, and the Black people normally do enjoy it. And they always say because they're not on so much defense. If you notice, they all say, I enjoyed this so much better because on my show, I had to be so defensive. I had to be ready to read. I had to be ready to, you don't have to do that on those trips.
They look like they're in Thailand. So why they went to Thailand and everybody else went, the last one too went to Massachusetts.
I know, who want to go to the rent a house?
That was so stupid. I think that must have been when
but they were all ex-housewives.
Or something.
No, they didn't want to spend money on them. They were ex-housewives. They wasn't sending them nowhere.
Vicky Goldson was not impressed with Brimstone Manor.
But yeah.
Oh
Anything
my
else?
God.
I don't have any other notes.
So who's in this new one other than Portia? Is anybody else an ex?
Everybody's on the show.
Okay, separate.
That's why I feel like Portia's coming back.
She took somebody's spot.
Tinsley's gonna be on New York.
Tinsley's
Legendary Legends or something. It's gonna be like, and Sonya and Luann has a show like The Simple Life.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Phaedra and what's her name? Denise, the one that Denise Richards slept with.
Brandy.
Phaedra and Brandy are working on pitching a dating show.
I would love that. I would love that.
I actually liked how they rallied around her. I did like that. Because look,
around Brandy.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about this Thursday, y'all. We can't get too much in it. Y'all make sure.
Yeah, Ultimate Girls Trip. They did help Brandy out because Brandy was wigging out, and they helped her out a lot.
How about Married?
What you say, honey?
Are y'all gonna do anything with Married to Medicine?
We did already. You missed it.
Oh, I'd love to talk about Heavenly.
We did that first.
Heavenly is right now. She's in the doghouse. We don't know if we're gonna let her out.
Oh yeah, I mean the intervention. But what I didn't like is Contessa got to speak, but you had everybody else sitting up there, but nobody else challenged her or had anything else to say.
I agree.
Disappointed with you because they had her dead to right. You saw, or everybody, the film and the clips where she was just assassinating people left and right, and then she didn't show any remorse. Oh my God!
Over there cackling like.
But I think Toya kind of went in a little bit, but Contessa was the loudest. I will say that.
And now, why did she have on that purple hair?
She bought it from her store. That's all I know. And I feel I don't want to bring this up. I thought it was nice that Laura runs the shop, but maybe we can do that next week.
That's
because I thought that was.
You know what I thought was interesting? Not that anybody has time to really compare that, but just the dynamics in Heavenly opening up a hair store and Destiny opening up a hair store.
Yeah,
and everything that you see inside Heavenly store that you don't see inside Destiny's, money makes a big difference.
And that girl helped both of them. It was her name Leah from Married to Medicine LA. She helped Heavenly get her shop. And I think she worked with, didn't she help work with Destiny on some magazine stuff?
Yeah, she bought the Black Hair magazine or something.
Yeah.
And they had a magazine cover, but I didn't know she helped Phaedra too. So money makes a big difference, I think, when you're opening up your own business like that.
Absolutely.
But okay, y'all, anything else? Because we're over an hour and I think we did good. We'll be back Thursday to do Ultimate Girls Trip and Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
About the same time, 5:30ish. We'll be on. Is that good for y'all? All right.
Yeah.
Keep sure to follow us on all our social media. We appreciate y'all for everything that y'all do. Even though we fuss and fight, we love each other. So don't y'all be worried about us as friends.
Yeah.
Do people inbox y'all?
Yes. Be like, listen, y'all. If we did do this, y'all be bored. So but anyway, we love each other. We really do.
That's hilarious.
It's funny to me. But y'all ready to piece it out? We just like the housewives, okay? No, we not as messy as them.
Yeah, Latoya sent me a message one night saying, "You cool? You enjoy what's going deep." I said, "We good. We good.
We good." And hopefully my little face will be down a little bit. I don't care though. I still look cold. But anyway, I had fun, y'all. I missed y'all.
I missed y'all definitely. The only reason why I got out early is because they had a problem with the audio system, so they had people working on it. So
you need to keep working on our theme song, Sandy.
Well, I don't even know what it is, so you have to send it to me. And
she don't even know what it is, child.
Can we write us a theme song? I think we can do it. Come on, Callie and Joy. Y'all gonna do it. We're gonna write us one.
Callie, did y'all have any fun?
We didn't. Did y'all have any flooding? Joy said.
No, not this
We
month.
didn't have any.
Now it would have been last night. It's a lot of flooding up here. Like our highways were shut down and everything.
Oh no. We didn't have that.
Oh God, I'm happy y'all okay.
Yeah.
We didn't have any flooding over here, but when I say it's bad, it's like real bad.
We'll be
If
praying
you
for other
Google
people.
St. Louis, if you go to
Yeah.
Facebook and Google St. Louis floods, it's bad.
Oh no.
Like
We're
it's
sending a
crazy
prayer for all
because
of them.
a year
Yeah,
ago,
we will.
like yesterday, a day for yesterday, it was a girl. It flooded, rained real hard, and her family couldn't drive, so they got out the car, and the water was coming, so they got on top. And a 13-year-old girl, the water
Oh, I saw
came
that.
and pushed her away, and they found her body like 12 miles
Oh,
away. She got
oh my
swooped in
God.
the sewer.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
No,
not what I saw.
yeah.
Joy.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
Jesus, pray for
somebody
these
it happened again last night. So it's kind of trick, and it's an infrastructure issue
It's
because I
gotta
know we close
be.
to the Mississippi, but
Yeah.
I ain't never known these floods to be this bad and it's happening too regular.
Well, it's raining more now too, even here.
Mhm.
the signs, everybody, if you're a Christian, you know the signs
That's why you
and
need
the
to write our theme song, girl.
Right.
you got
Joy,
lyrics. You got,
we gotta be writing a theme song because Sandy gonna sing it.
Okay.
okay.
Sandy, you better be good now.
And I'll sing with you, honey.
Well, let's put it this way. I got money from the Apollo. I came in second. Okay.
Okay, well, you legit.
All right.
You legit.
So you broke me first
Mhm.
place and second place, okay? And I can
Can we be in the background, Sandy? Can we be in the background? We can, la. Okay, yeah, we gotta go. I'm about to eat.
Okay.
I
Like
see.
this is like Main Street.
me.
Oh my
wow.
God, Joy. St. Louis. We're gonna pray for them.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right, y'all.